Hi, welcome to the Crack of Dawn. I'm Dawn Lombardi, and we just cut in, I traced a painting onto here. Okay, hopefully I have the card. I probably don't, but I know the color is like the back of my hand. It's probably under that thing. So again, this is good for like the letters. You know, when you're trying to draw that from a picture, it's very hard to do the exact letterhead that they used. So if you make sure that is neat. You have to, because you're going to paint over that black, and you want to make sure it's neat. Then all you do is just trace in anything you can. Shadows, anything. Think of paint by number. I got my little cute Talbots. I'll show you my finds. Oh, I went crazy the other day. So I'll tell you all about it. I've been spending money on myself because I'm just sick of looking awful. Oh. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to do one, not three at a time, but I'm going to show you what to do. We're going to go slow. And again, do one yourself. Get the tracing machine. It works not just for this, but you know, when I did the Patriots players and I didn't really want to paint that stuff all in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera, Brian said to do wide, but I'm going to go a little closer so at least I can sit. I have back problems and it's like a pain, like really bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. Okay, hopefully you can see. Yeah, I got my little Talbots, cute little $39.50, but 40% off. See, I can't do the math. Can you, James? $40 minus 40%. You'd think it's a ton. Let's see, half of that would be 20. So, I mean, at least I spent probably 30 on this dumb thing. Ugh. Okay, so what you're going to do is, I didn't really know what I had in my bag. So I went to Dick Blick, and I said, what's the cheapest 6-color pack I can get? Meaning I can pretty much mix every color that I need from this 6-pack. These are our trays, same thing, we buy them at the dollar store in Hartford. Right down the road from where I work on Blue Hills. Put a decent amount. Remember, yellow and blue make green, add white, add black, switch it up, you know, make all the colors that you need. I'm going to do the red. No, there's no red, but you can see that rosy pink that I'm going to need. So that will be there. And put a lot of that. Yeah. So I've been stepping it up a notch. You know, I don't really spend money on hair, not nails. I never do them. $20 later, I mean, it looks nice. It's just like you feel a little better about yourself. And, you know, it's just nice. So that's what I've been doing, just spending a little bit more time. Hair, getting this stuff waxed. I mean, most girls do it that look good. Okay, here we go. It's early. Okay, I got black. Black you're going to need for a lot because there's a lot of darker parts in it. Like you think the bushes are green, but a lot of them are black. Just put all the colors. Get all the colors on there, okay? Yeah, I went to Costco yesterday with my friend Kristen. She's the assistant curator at the Lyndhurst Museum in New York. Oh, Tarrytown. Crazy. And so this year they didn't have the Westminster Dog Show at Madison Square Garden. They had it at the Mansion. And then Martha Stewart was there last weekend. I don't know if she had Snoop Dogg with her, but I mean, she was there for some flower thing. But her job's hard, so she lives there in Tarrytown at the castle, at the mansion, and then she lives in Avon with Bill, and they run Hastings Silver Construction. They prefer roofs, but they will do consider any projects because they're general contractors. So I got all the colors, and you want to leave some areas for mixing, okay? And I'm not going to use an easel because there's no reason to, but I'm going to prop that there so at least you can see what I'm doing, and every now and then, I don't know where to put it, maybe here. You can Google in and zoom in. I might need it, so hold on. So what I'm going to do is keep my colors here. All you need is a cup of water, okay? A cup of water, all right? And you need to look at this to match your colors. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to show you, okay? So usually I trace about 3 at a time, and I paint them at the same time. That way Miss Porter's usually likes 12, just so they have them on hand. And then my friend in her gift shop, she's just very good at what she does. She mixes her themes and things, and does it timing wise. So if it's graduation, if they're just starting out, if it's, things like that. So what I'm going to start with is a rose color for the bricks on the building. So I don't have brick color, but I have yellow and I have red, which makes orange. And then I don't have brown, but green and red make brown. So watch this. Take a teeny bit of that green, mix it in, and then you can kind of figure out what kind of brown you want. You can also add a little black or a little blue, anything that's opposite of the red, okay? And you can also have fun adding more red, like I just added more red, okay, right here, just to get it a little more brown. Just have fun with it, okay? Remember, red and yellow, blue, they're the primary colors. So when you mix them together, think of a kindergarten. I always tell the kindergartners, you're going to take it all and you're going to mix it together on the whole plate, and the whole thing's going to turn brown. Oh no, Missy, it's not. Added a little black to get a little browner if I want. Okay, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I think I'm going to go in with the trees. This is acrylic paint. It's going to dry super fast. So I'm going to start by putting in my trees. Okay. Hopefully I'm doing it right. And if I don't, I'm just going to pretend that it was right. So you can see right here, doing the trees. There's lots of sticks and stuff in the background, so as you can see, I'm just doing some X's, all right? You don't want all the brown the same, so I'm going to darken it up. Remember, the light is going to hit the top of the tree and not the bottom. So if you're going to make it darker, do the darker on the bottom, like this, okay? And I'm going to make mine very, very, can you see, James? Am I good? Okay. He's looking at the camera, making sure that, we can see. So again, you can also, if you want to, trace, let me get a smaller brush, trace all of the lines. All of them. Why not? Then, it really is like a coloring book. So it's kind of fun, okay? It ends up like a coloring book where you're just really filling in the colors, because you've already traced it. You totally cheated. Huh. Okay? So I'm going to get like a neutral brown, mix it with a ton of water, and I'm going to do all of my tracings. Okay? So I'm going to do this. I don't care if it's another color. I'll figure it out later. I'm going to do this. And as you can see, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did it. What am I going to do? Yeah, so I was at Costco yesterday, and this guy, he wasn't even being yucky. He came up and he commented on my pantsuit. Is that a pantsuit? I was like, oh my God, you know what? I didn't get it here at Costco, but I got it at the other place that begins with a B. And he goes, BJ's? And I go, yes, I'm a teacher, so I need something quick and easy that looks great, where I don't have to think about what I'm wearing. I just throw it on and it's just one piece. So I don't know if his wife was a teacher, but he wasn't heebie-jeebie or anything yucky. Totally nice. And I was like, oh, that's so nice of you. I thought he was going to be like, I watched The Crack of Dawn. I love your show, but he didn't. All right, we're still going here. So anyway, I'm not going to tell you what these sell for, but they're fair, and at both stores, I sell them for the same. So there's nothing involved. So if you want to buy one, go. But try these. And the tracing machine's worth it, especially if you're going to sell your work and you don't feel like drawing it. Okay, now we're going to do the hedges. We're going to do some green. I'm going to get a bigger brush so I can cover more area. And I'm going to take some green. And I try to mix a brownie green because nothing's this perfect. I can add some yellow. That's about right, okay? So I'm going to put the green in. It's down here. It's all the bushes going in front of quarters. The bottom of the trees are going to be black because there's a shadow, okay? Paint off the page. Okay? Just do it. Okay? Just do it. Clean your brush. Well, wait a minute. There's some lighter green in other places. So while I have it, I'm adding some yellow and some white, and I'm making a lighter green. Okay? And I'm just going to drag that right on the top here. And I'm going to put some of it, not a lot, over here. Just a little. Shooting around. Okay? Put a little on the side if you want. It's a lot of fun. So that was really nice of the pantsuit thing. Really nice. Yeah, and then I went to Talbot's because I'm going to be honest with you. So I have a terrible back problem, which is why I'm not at the studio tonight. I'm here at my house. And I wouldn't be able to sit here if it weren't for the steroids or the painkiller called tramadol. My neighbor was like, my dad just died of bone cancer, Dawn, and that's what he was taking. I'm like, it's not that strong. It's not oxys. Because I told the guy I can't do that. But anyway, this one's wearing off. I don't think I'm going to need one. But I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So anybody with back problems out there, I feel that you're so bad. Plus, we're not allowed to do that stuff when we're on the air at the studio. I don't know about here. Brian, you better edit that. But anyway, yeah, it's very painful. So if you do have that, I feel for you. But they have people that will inject your back with little cortisone things. And if you do that at, your own doctor's, like, it's relieving. So let's do the brick. So brick, we don't have a brick color, so what we're going to do is red and yellow makes orange, and we're going to try to brownie it up, okay? So red and yellow, I'll show you. And to brownie it up, I told you, what color do we use? Green, there we go. If I want to brownie it up a little bit more, take some of this green over here, put it over there, and then you've got the perfect brick color, okay? So I'm going to watercolor that, like wash it, okay? I'm not going to really worry about, oh, it's perfect. It's the perfect color. And the thing is if you're really doing 12 at the same time like I do, you're much better off doing them 3 at a time or 4 at a time, or even 12. Just put them right in front of you and get them done. But that's only if you have this job like me. And thanks to these friends of mine and everybody that's so nice to me, I'm able to do this, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to put in the brick, whatever it is. Get some more water if you need to spread it around, okay? And that will make it spread. And then I'm going to go into the pink and start doing the cherry blossoms. So all I did is add some more red and some white instead of more yellow, and I've got this nice cherry blossom. And you can go ahead and just start throwing those in. It's a little early, I have to say. Normally I would wait a little longer, but I'm just trying to show you how fun it is. Go off the side. And how it's not so bad. And once, the whole turning point is when I go back and do the Miss Porters with the black. It's a big deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go in with some black. Skinny black. Okay? Skinny black. And I'm going to go and outline lots of detail. Okay, like that. Lots of water if you want to spread it. Okay? You can put some here for the bushes. My fingerprint got on it, so that's good. You can do these a little darker, and watch what's going to happen is everything's going to kind of pop, and you can kind of leave a lot of white. You can leave a lot of the canvas and not really have to worry that it's going to look awful. Sometimes they do. But I'm pretty good at this. I have a very big brush for what I'm doing right now, so normally I would take it down a notch, which I can do after the show, but I'm going to show you. So yeah, my daughter had the second COVID shot yesterday, and she got the awful reaction, so she's just hanging here, and I feel so bad. Yeah, she'll be alright, but she got the fever, the chills, all of it. I got it too. So now I'm going to start doing the Miss Porters, just because we're going to do 2 episodes, but I want to show you that when you start doing little things like this, the font, it's very important. If you've ever gone by an event and they have those signs where you go to, what's it called, fast signs, and you have a sign made up. And people have a sign made up, and it's like in cursive, wine tasting. And you're like driving by, it's like the W goes like this with all these things. You need to do block, think of campaigns, elections. That's it. So dumb. Even mine was bad. Awful. Alright, this is a terrible brush, but we're going to try to go with it because I don't want to leave you here. Alright, I'm doing it. I don't care. I'll fix it later. So when I do the Miss Porters, it's very important to have exactly the same font. And I can go in and I can make that font better. Get a good brush. Mine is all yucky. But I'm doing it just to show you because I can still do it. Yeah? So let's see, what else have we been doing? My son is doing construction with a young man from Unionville that is flipping houses. And he loves it. He also works at Rebel Dog. Nothing against Peter and Joan. Loves it, Peter and Joan. But absolutely could go into this line of work, which makes me very happy. And my daughter's doing great makeup tutorials on TikTok, I believe. It's very cool. And my husband works at Ben Moore now. Not perfect, but I can go back with a white paintbrush and fix up around it with a teeny one. And that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll turn the camera on later. Brian will put this into 2 episodes, and we'll have 2, and it's going to look perfect. And then that's it. It's just going to look perfect. So yeah, it's going to look perfect. Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to find my colors here. Sorry. Okay, so I need some more dark, I think. You know, because I have this going on. So let's try to fix it up a little, just to make it look like halfway decent. I need some beige. I don't know if you can see that beige behind the twigs and all that, but we're going to do some beige. So I'm going to mix some yellow with some red to make orange, and then that same brick color with a ton of white, and I'm going to get beige, I think. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to add a little black. You can see how that just tones it down a little. Okay, and that's going to kind of go around where my bricks are, just a little, like here, just to show that there's some light. And it's also going to go a little in here, not a lot. And it's also going to go kind of behind here. But I'm going to leave some white showing. Remember, go on the sides. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Just splurge it in. Oopsie. Okay, now I'm going to try to go on fast forward so you can really see, and we'll talk a little bit. So yeah, life's been good. I'm spending more money on myself, you know. I have to. Getting these things, tweezers. I can't even go anywhere without those darn things. Oh my God. So I do see some red. You can see it. They're geraniums in the front. So we're going to put that. They're in a little pot. You can't see the pot, but I'm going to put it in. Just the geraniums. And then I'll paint it going off a little. And then I'll do the green. So yeah, Jesus, the back pain, Jesus. So I told him, my God, I'm in so much pain. He's like, well, you said you don't want painkillers. I'm like, I don't. Jesus. He's like, well, you know what, Dawn? We can't fix it until we find the problem. And you're going to be in pain until we find the issue. So I'm like, oh, God. So I've been working and everything, but it really is hard. It's hard. It's like, oh my God. All right, it's a little mossy on these trees. So I'm going to add some of that mossy color, and I'm going to put a lot of, make it like a sage green, which means you're going to use a lot of white. And I'm going to drag it, meaning it's going to kind of touch down just here and there, just like that, see? And then while I have it, I'm going to throw it around here. I might even put a little there. Just to see, green and red are complementary colors, so they're always going to look good together. And a lot of it, I might have to stop and go get a skinny brush. But right now, I'm just going to get a whole bunch of white. Okay, we're going to get some white here. If I can find it. Yeah. So I've got the white. Yeah, things are good. I'm going to go back to Jamoki. I love it there. There's one lady, though. Oh, she's out to get me. It's fine. I'm not saying her name. But, oh, Jesus. Jeepers, I should say. But my mother said, you know what? Just kiss her butt. Or work somewhere else and stop complaining. And I thought, you know what? My mother has great advice. She used a 3-letter word. It wasn't but close. All right, going in with the white, okay? Because the white, the columns, all rich, fancy things have columns. Use your gloppy paint. You can see how I'm globbing it on. I'm going to go back later. It doesn't matter. Glob it on. Okay, you want it to look nice, fancy, like you know when people paint their white fence every single year? Well, this is the same effect. Okay, just glop it on. I'm going to put the other stuff in later. You're going to see how great it looks just from glopping it on. Except for I went over the tree. Can't go past the bush. Not if the column is behind the bush. Okay, so remember stuff like that too. Hi, welcome to the crack of dawn. I'm just going to edit a little, so if it was just a little funny there, I just wanted Brian to show you the finished project. I really make these perfect, and remember I said I didn't have a good brush, and so this one is skinny. I got it today when I was at work. So I'll just go over the basic things. If you don't have the colors, get all 6. I don't need them all now because, let's look at what I'm doing. All I have to do is clean up the lettering, and it's pretty much going to look perfect, okay? But I want this to be perfect at the end because I really want it to be as close to this as I want, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk to you while I'm kind of pouring out the paint here. I'm going to need a lot of white because I got to go over the Miss Porter's sign. So I'm going to do that. You had a great day at work today. I had a massage, $85. Ugh. Jessica. I was hoping Jessica was going to be a transgender man, and nothing against anything mean, but I need somebody big. Not saying guys are bigger than girls, but you know what? They are kind of. So she was good. It was fine, but I wanted snapping in half kind of thing. And I did not get the snapping in half kind of thing. So usually what I do is I keep my picture handy, okay, so I have it. And I'm starting with just the white. These trays here are great. You can get them at Family Dollar. And I use them. They use them for the kids' food at lunch. You know, they dump all the food on here. But I don't need that there. So I'm going to put it here. I'll put it here so you can see it, okay? It's kind of leaning up against there. Okay? So I'm just going to clean it up, and then I'm going to show you when it's done. And you're going to see that just by cleaning it up with the white, you know, it's a big deal. So that's what I'm going to do. I may as well point it towards you so you can see what I'm doing with this like this, okay? So, you know, clean it up. I'll keep showing you just so you see. I don't know what everybody's doing over the summer. I was trying to get the sea crest on Cape Cod because my sister is doing her beach house over. And I just did my kitchen, I told you. It came out great. But I mean, the beach house needs a lot of work. And like I said, it's on the ocean. So it literally, you've seen the episode. It's called Beach Bum, Part 1 and 2. And if you Google that on YouTube, you can watch Dawn Lombardi, The Crack of Dawn, Beach Bum Part 1 and 2. And you can see I'm on her front lawn. Yeah. It's crazy. And I don't have to own it, which is nice. It's hers. So if you go slow with these, you know, you want to be able to sell them or keep it for you. Put it for your daughter where she graduated. Okay? So, yeah, so I don't know about the massage thing. I mean, Tony did a great one the other night, but normally spouses aren't really that nice. You know, not to be mean to them, but God, it's like, you don't want to be doing that all day. I even said to the masseuse lady, I'm like, do you go home and do this to, like, your partner? She goes, ugh, this is my job. I'm not doing that. And I was like, yeah, see what I mean? I don't blame it. So if you can get those letters cleaned up, it's a big deal, okay, because the font on everything. We were doing logos at Jamoki. One girl did Chick-fil-A. We did a lot of sports teams. I'm loving this little Talbot's cute little hat thing. So nautical. I forgot my bracelets, though, in the car. Our foreign exchange student, one of them, oh my God, she dressed great. Marido from France. One side of her hair was shorter than the other. Remember when that was in? It was in, especially with the France girls. Okay, now it's looking great. Okay, a little bit more, and then I'm going to turn off the camera and go bring it back to Brian, because I promised him. But I did just call him. So if you hear my phone in the other room, that's Brian saying, you know what, we do need that camera back. So I'm bringing it, Brian. I'm just finishing this quick. I don't think I'm going to go back with the black, because, well, maybe. because I forgot I have to do the 1843. So, you know, you get good at doing these, and then you do a whole pile, and if you want to sell them, go ahead and do what I'm doing and sell them. I don't mind. I don't have to be the only person that does the Porter schools. Okay? And I might stop a little early. I can finish this later for Heather. I'm just trying to cover up part of my film that I didn't like. And I don't usually need to edit, but, you know, I'm just going to do that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, now it's looking really good. And that is only because I'm putting this around. Now watch what happens. When I put this around, I know it's getting dark, but let me turn on my new lights. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm kind of going, and I'm just putting a little bit of white around. You can glob it, whatever you want to do. And then that'll look really nice, okay? Don't worry if you're not good. I said to the kids today, some of them didn't want to do art. I said, listen, I don't care if you're good or bad. Who cares? And they're like, what? I'm like, I don't care. Why would I care? You might be an investment banker. What the heck do I know? But, you know what? Nobody cares, so you may as well do it. It's brainless. I mean, some people are better at it than others, but you don't really have to think that much. It's not that bad. So, you know, if you can get the kids to just kind of think that way, the ones that don't want to try will end up trying, and it all works out just fine. Okay, so this one's just about done. I'm just adding some more, like, on the pillars. I'll show you up close so you can see. You know, I don't need all of that black to show through. Okay, I should do 1843. You can do it with a Sharpie, but everybody's going to know. It's going to look totally obvious. Okay, so I would stay away from using the marker. Do not shine it with a Sharpie. It's going to look awful. You got to sign it with paint. It takes forever, but I've done it before. Trust me. Why do I know don't sign it with a Sharpie? Because Bruce Charette, if you're watching, please come get me. I'm fixing that. Drives me nuts. I know it's at his house. Hi, Bruce. Yeah, so if Bruce and Dan are watching, I need to come over. Okay, that's it. It's done. Now I'm going to sign it, but I'm not going to do it in front of you. So yeah, Bruce and Dan. Oh my God. Amy Suffredini hired me to do a beautiful painting of their house, and I don't know why, but I signed it with a Sharpie. It drives me crazy, and I just never bring it up when I see him. But anyway, let me know, because I'm going to go over that. I'm going to sign it with the oil paint that I used. That was an oil painting, so that's different than what I'm doing tonight with acrylic. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love you all. Give me a shout out. Yeah, I'm spending a little bit more money on myself. Next is teeth. It's really bad. I'm telling you. And the mask thing is coming off, which means I can't cover up that. Bye. See you soon. Have a great night. I love it.